Hello wonderful interpreters, thank you for tuning in and welcome to another video update. I want to thank all of you who called Governor Inslee's office. You guys are awesome. Please keep on calling. Now today, I have breaking news. We have started the election process. As I have told you in my recent videos, we have reached the number we needed to call for the election. And now we have finally contacted the Public Employment Relations Commission, best known as PERC, which is the state's agency who conducts the elections. Now, we had a live stream back in June 6th this year where we detailed PERC's elections process from their website and how it works. I will upload a video tomorrow playing that segment to refresh everyone's memory and for those of you that haven't watched it. We still need you to please sign our card if you haven't so that we can add to the lead that we already have and secure it. Time is of the essence and we need to protect ourselves from WFSE as independent L&I interpreters, which leads me to expose what they have been up to. So welcome to another episode of WFSE Shenanigans. I want you to please pay attention to the parts of this video that I'm going to play. Local 1671 posted this for their members. Somebody sent me this and I'm not playing the whole thing because it's a lot, but listen how they expose themselves and their lies.
So welcome to the Interpreters United 2021-2023 contract negotiations info session. I'm going to start off by allowing space for myself and Leroy to kind of give an overview of what happened during our contract negotiations. My name is Rod Palmquist. I served as the lead negotiator for the contract bargaining.
So first, you got Rod Palmquist, who not long ago was the interim organizing director, replacing Tim Tharp, of all people, and he's also in the DSHS advisory committee. Now he's the lead negotiator for interpreters. You just heard him saying it, okay? Somebody who's not an interpreter, but this gets better. Okay, watch this now.
But under the circumstances, when the economy was completely falling apart, people were not getting jobs, and some of the jobs that were existing, we found out were being farmed out to other agencies other than Universal. We pulled all those things together, and I think we did a really, really good job.
So Leroy says he did a good job while blaming the economy for their shortcomings, like only getting a 12-cent raise for their members. However, they knew very well since last year, way before the pandemic, that these budget cuts were coming, but they chose to push for tax raises instead of taking leadership and defend the interests of their members. No mention of their $3 billion rainy day fund. You don't believe me, DSHS interpreters? Please ask these geniuses to explain that one to you and see what they tell you. He's also acknowledging here that jobs are being sent to other agencies other than Universal Language Service. Yet, they influenced L&I to choose their favorite company for the scheduling system, a foreign corporation, My Language Link, with offices in Connecticut, out of the state but doing business here in Washington as interpreting works. Now, what comes next takes the cake. Listen.
I want to encourage you to ratify it, and we're going to keep moving, keep pushing, and trying to get those jobs and get as close to what we used to have. I'm going to try to not use the word normal anymore because things are not going to be the same as they were. And we're all going to have to learn to adjust and realize that both video and telephonic are going to be a much larger part of our lives than they have been over the last 10 years. That's just going to be a fact of life. So I encourage you to ratify the contract.
Did you catch that? So now he predicts the future by saying that, quote, things are never going to be the same as they were, end quote. But there is a reason for this. See, he's using the fear of the pandemic to later say that, quote, we're all gonna have to learn to adjust and realize that both video and telephonic are going to be a much larger part of our lives than they have been over the last 10 years, end quote. He keeps saying things like, quote, "That's a fact of life," end quote. You know, this is very convenient, coming from the same man who for the last 10 years was Local 1671's president, and as their president, signed a contract with One Lingua, a company that was only about video and phone interpretation, a company whose owner is the registered owner of My Language Link, quote-unquote, interpreting works. The company that L&I handpicked for their scheduling system, ignoring all of the other well-qualified companies in our state and undermining independent interpreters. We have exposed all of this as soon as we realized it was happening. We tried to bring awareness to this with their leaders within their union, but they didn't pay attention. They did not care. Now, like you've seen at the beginning of this video, we have started the election process, okay? And we'll let you know when PERC reaches out. We can't let WFSE win. They have already taken too much. And I have to say, now is the time to act. Please see the links in the description below to print, sign our card, and for instructions on how to send it to us. No other organization has started the election process. We have done this first. Washington Interpreters is here, so let's get this done. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day, and God bless.